Hey, Dana here, and welcome to my vlog around the house. Oh, getting rainy. I'm catching up on this video because I've already gone through the steps. We've been out of AC and no heat for since April. The Geo kept shutting down for a lack of air. Well, that's because I believe the motor was shot. When everything kicked in and was requesting air, I had power to the motor. When it's requesting air, then it's going to do that. So I got on the web and I called this service number, and it sent me around the world, and I wound up with Module Comfort out of Rochester. And Dave, the service manager or parts tech, worked with me, and we found he got the correct motor. I found one on eBay, thanks to Dansville Electric, and unfortunately I hit a brick wall. I found one on eBay for $275. This is the 1 horse. And on the motor, it says programmable. This is a big issue. The motor has to be programmed to the module that is with this unit. You just can't take a programmable motor and stick it in your unit. It has to be programmed at the factory. So I hit a brick wall when it came to that. So unfortunately, you are at the mercy of the company that's ordering it for you for the cost. So thank you, Dave, for doing everything you could do to get it as low of a price. This needs a 1 horsepower, and we are talking $800 for this motor. Now, if you're not going to do it yourself, you're going to have a tech come out and do it. And I'm not sure what his rate is, but I'm sure it's just like an automobile shop at least $100 an hour. So parts, labor, going to be well up over $1,000 to repair this because of their time and all this. The motor I'm getting is going to be a plug and play. You have to make sure you get the correct motor programmed, and they got to have these pins. It's got to have these plugs. So thank you, Dave. I'll leave their link in the description, and we'll get this plugged in, and you'll be able to, I'll do a final closing on this, and hopefully she'll be up. It is now going to be the 1st of October 2023 in less than a day and a half. So winter's on its way. Need to get this up and running for the cold days. The next 3 days are going to be in the 70s and 80s. All right, this is a continuation of repairing the geothermal. Thank you, Dave. It showed up today. It is Wednesday. So hopefully it's going to be plug and play. All right, well, as you're looking, I was measuring. The motor itself is 6 inches here. The motor here is 8 inches. So I got 8 inches here and 4 inches here. So that's a 12 inches. I've got 6 here. I got 5.5 here. So we're a ½ inch shorter on the shaft. And of course we're like 6 and 8 on the motor here. So now I got to make up for that for the squirrel cage. So 8, 4, 6, 5.5. So look, I'm only looking at 4 inches. Right about here. That squirrel cage. Is that 10.5? Nice you here. We're talking, you ain't got much. Right on the end of the shaft. Right on the end of the shaft. This one comes right back over the motor itself. We're down here. This doesn't get cradled by anything. There's no support. The only support it gets is by itself. This is right out the end of the motor. something to tighten it down. Okay, I've lined everything up at this point. Like I said, you got a long shaft and you just got a little body here being supported by those springs, where this was right up tight to the shaft, and it's not the same scenario. Get some light on here. So I'm not sure I got it pushed out there, but it's not going to be balanced when this is pushed in here. I may have to have that. I have to bring that floor back in here a little bit. I'm not sure. Fortunately, my measurements have changed a little bit. You can see how much shaft I've shortened this puppy, because what I'm looking at is this band here is supporting the motor. All right, so just like this one, the band was right here. The bottom of the band was on this line. Well, I've measured up from bottom of here to the from the bottom of here, all right, from the bottom of here up to the band. Okay, so that's given me because the size of this motor from here to here is the same size. So what I've gone and done is I've measured from here to here, which winds up being really close to here to here. All right, now we have to deal with the long shaft. So what I measured was from the top of the shaft down here. So I subtracted that off of here. So hopefully that's gonna be really balanced, because you don't having this, if this thing's way out here, you've got all this weight from here to here, and that isn't right. So what I did is I took half, got again this piece here, and this is that much shorter. So that's how I measured here to here. That gives me this line right here as being right here, and then going from here to here, that gives me a length as well. So I subtracted that from here and subtracted it from here. So hopefully we have a good balanced motor here. She's back together. That's what I came out, and that's what I think is right. And I hope we're right. If it isn't, it's going to frickin' rattle like a son of a gun, and I'm going to try to figure out how to shut it down. Alright, we're putting her in. Alright, so we have a top and a bottom. We have to line up in here. Drop down a little bit so I can get it in there. Alright, my fingers on it and get it back up under there. Doggone it. As you hear it. It's not lying. Maybe. No. It's rubbing on the back side. So that means I'm not pulled back here enough. I might be able to loosen this up a little bit. Slide it back out front a little bit, because I'm pretty sure I'm running the shaft. It's just gotta be adjusted. Pulling the motor back just a little bit. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's going to be good. I'm going to be able to tell. I think I'm going to go ahead and slide. I think I can loosen this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and get my screws in here. I'm going to adjust it from here, pulling it back a little bit, because it'll give me a little more strength, I think, on the motor. I pull the motor back just a little bit. Yeah, maybe if we bring the fan back just a little bit, because it's just barely, it's just barely hitting. Let's try it. Ow! God. This is probably rubbing a little bit on this side of the house. All right, boys and girls. I don't know if you saw what I had to do. All right, after I adjusted this wheel one more time, I went ahead and adjusted the motor. And I believe it's nice and balanced right now. There doesn't appear to be anything affecting it any. I got like a finger here. And I got like a finger on the back side. Alright, all my plugs plugged in correctly. And I guess all we got left to do is flip the switch. Okay, switch is flipped. I have 2 green lights. And I have a motor that's spinning. Oh my God. Yep, she's sucking. It is spinning. That is good. That is good news. That is real good news. All right, I gotta put the panel back in. Boy, she kicks into high speed. Remember we said this puppy is a variable speed. Okay, what we're looking for right now is the water to open. Where are my little screws here? Close this door up. I don't have to be in there now. She's going through her checks right now. And as soon as the water opens up, that's what we're waiting on right now. She's going through her condensation situation right now. What we want now, you're gonna look right down here. See, here's our water shut-off valve. And right now the valve is closed. And as soon as she's ready, she's done all her checks, she's going through her AC system. AC system checks right now. As you look here, you can see these are your lights, power, and then whatever system she's in. Here's your little chart, and it tells you all your little codes. So it's going to take a couple minutes here, because I'm going to have to readjust my freaking water discharge now, because I didn't know what our problem was. It kept telling me I didn't have enough water, but that was because she was shutting down. Okay, this water is off now. Open it up. All the way open. Take like two turns around, I guess. Alright, until I get a chance to check on it. Alright, but we have a fan that's running. Alright, she just shut down. Now we're starting. Water is kicking in. Fan is still running. And she's going to get ready to go up into high speed here. She's going to ramp up. There she goes. Going into high speed ramp up. Oh, she sounds good. Sounds good. Woo. Oh, buddy. Thank God. All right. I don't know what I got it. I think we got it in AC anyway. But I got no clattering and nothing. She's spinning. She's spinning like she should. It ramped up like it should. Woohoo! Oh man. Woo. All right, Dave, thank you. We got her. So, and that's Dave with Comfort. And I'll put his link down in the bottom. We'll let you know what's going on, how it's doing, but that's all she needed to do. This motor here lasted 15 years. So, it's just a tired motor. I don't know if, not the windings, but the brushes can be replaced and rebuilt. I don't know. I'll have to get in touch with Dave and see if he can take this back and it can be rebuilt, refurbished. So there we go. All right, so I'll keep you up to date. As you can see, there's the water pressure from 100 down to, where is it now? 78, 50. Okay. So that's the water. That's the water pressure going through here. And now it's actually circulating. Now it's actually circulating the hot water. because I have that set into the hot water tank. This has a coil inside of it that heats the hot water as well. It'll take it to like 100, maybe 120 degrees, and then I have it so it goes right back into the hot water tank for extra storage. And when this is running, that'll keep that tank above the thermostat temperature, and that'll work until we need the water. And then of course it puts cold water back in the system, and then the thermostat will kick back in, heat the hot water. All right, I am thrilled. If you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and definitely share. And we'll catch you on the next Around the House. Hey, Dana here, and welcome to Around the House. And this is just an update to replacing that motor on the McQuay geothermal system, and it's been running a couple weeks now, and I've had no issues since installing it. So I can actually close this down, or this video down, or just update you and update you on what I'm in the works on doing. This is an open loop system. I did this 15 years ago, where it's coming straight from my well, straight through and back out into the environment, and it's worked perfect. The only problem is I'm running a $500 pump out of my well, running no telling how long. It depends on how long it takes for the house to warm up. So what I'm in the works of doing is taking that out of the loop and making this a technically closed loop system, which is what you would in most cases do when you buy a geothermal. You'll dig up your yard, you'll put PEX pipe down 16 inches below the freeze point, and then you'll run commercial glycol or antifreeze through the system. So I'm not going to go that route to make this closed loop. What I'm going to use is my 300-gallon spare oil tank. I'm going to run, as you can see, my PEX pipe. I'm going to run that PEX pipe right on into my T here, and then it's going to run back through the geo, and then through this line here, which is going to the outside environment now. I'm going to tee this off so it goes into a 300-gallon oil tank, which is going to be filled, of course, with water and maybe a mixture of glycol with that. I ain't made up my mind on that yet. So with that being said, what that'll do is I have to have a circular pump, which you can get for $150, and plug that into the PEX, and that'll run. I figure I need about 7 gallons a minute coming through here, and it'll go right back into the tank from this here. So it'll feed from here. It's going to come across. It's going to come across. It's going to go into this shock valve, and then go back into the geo. What I have right now is this pipe here is coming from the well pump, coming into an electric valve But you can see the line is straight in line with the pipe, which means you have water flow running through here. Well, my pressure tank is at 70 psi, and I've got this back down to where it just starts to sound like it's restricting. So that's about close to 6 or 7 gallons a minute coming through here. So that is going to take this out of the loop. I'm going to leave this, of course, installed as my backup. This is going to be the primary now, water coming through here, going into the geo, and then back out into the tank. And I'll have that as well, this return line. And currently this is the line that's going out into the environment. So that's sending the water straight out. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the direction of this. This one here, this line here is going to go from the geo into here. And this is going to feed it right back down into the tank. Oh, come on. This is a 300-gallon oil tank, which I put in here as a backup back when I was doing what was called biodiesel. And this was supplying biodiesel to my boiler, which I got rid of and I wish I never had. But it's going to go into this tank, and then it's going to come out the bottom down here and feed into a circular pump, which I haven't got yet, and that's going to send it back through the geo and then back in here, and now you have what's called a closed loop. And it will isolate my well pump from the duties of running the geothermal. And I'll change a $150 circular pump any day before I have to pull my well pump, which is 75 feet down into the water table out of the ground, and rewire it and put it all back down in there again. I've done that twice, and I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm not doing that again. So that well pump needs to be as a backup and take care of the water supply in the house. So stay tuned, and this is my next project for the house. If you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you on the next Around the House.